What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. And it's September, or actually, it's almost September. But we're gonna do the September review because tomorrow I will do my live preview and Julian on Saturday. So I'm gonna do my preview for the month, or this today basically on the last day of August, and it's a big month. It's actually a very big month because we have quite a lot of games. Even though there is an international break of 2 weeks after the first game, so Empoli. But I think a lot of key games that will tell us if you're gonna make a step, yes or no. But before we get into it, like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, hit that bell notification, and let's go. Okay, so September, like August is in the back. I don't think it was a good month because of the teams we played and not the points we collected, but that's done. We cannot change that. You can only change what's ahead of you, and that's Empoli on Sunday. That needs to be a win. Like there cannot be any excuses. I have a feeling we're better away from home. I think we will be a team overall that's going to play better away from home. I think we were last season, especially against those smaller teams as well. That's a thing that it's not very, like, it's good to be good at home, away from home, excuse me. But if it's better than your actual home games, excuse me, then it's not a good thing. And I don't know what it is, but I do believe the stadium is playing a big part of it because there is no atmosphere. You're just playing like a Sunday league game, only with, yes, there are people in the stands, but you can hear anything drop in that stadium. Like, it's not cool, it's not fun to go out there for anyone, I think. But you start off with Empoli. There cannot be one single excuse for not beating Empoli on match day 3. There was an excuse for not beating Bologna, and we did it, and I never made an excuse. But there cannot be an excuse for not beating, obviously, Empoli away from home, because the next game is Lazio at home. And that's a big one, because if you just look at how things are shaping up, and you look at the teams in and around us, at the top, basically, and you look at the transfer windows those teams had, and already what they had in place, you can say Milan, Napoli, and Inter are clear better of us. Do I think they have a much better squad? No, but overall they are the better teams. They are. And the way I look at it now, with the transfer window they are having and we are not having, all those things combined, I'm like, this Lazio game is a 6-pointer. Like, you need to win him. They are in a terrible form. And again, no excuses. You play Lazio at home, you beat Lazio at home. Like, these are the things you need to do if you want to apparently make top 4. That's the goal. So these are the things you need to do. Lazio have made a lot of changes. I like the players are signing, but it feels like they need some time to grow into it a little bit. Rovella hasn't started yet. They just got Guendouzi. Like, they need some time, I believe. So again, no excuses. Second home game, excuse me. Second home game. Are you not gonna win that again? Because, oh boy, if there were still people left not being in panic mode already, or being worried about what they are seeing, then I think that will be the game that will kind of push them over the edge towards, well, my side, basically. Then you go away to Sassuolo, which is not a fun place for us to go the latest of years. It's they play a type of football that doesn't really suit us. They come at you, high press, high intensity. They're actually good on their day, very good technically. But I cannot sit here and be like, oh man, I'm scared from Sassuolo. We shouldn't be scared of facing Sassuolo away from home. Like, that should be another win, and this sound all easy because you're gonna drop points in the season. Like, that's normal. Like, even Napoli will drop points against, I don't know, name it, Monza. I'm just saying something that happens throughout the season. I get that. That's fine. That's part of the game. But you already messed up against Bologna. If you rack on these weird results against these smaller clubs early on in the season, then any slight bit of positivity or drive that was in and around that team will disappear completely, and the negativity in and around the club will take over again. And we've seen that the last 2 3 years, and we've seen the end result of that. But Sassuolo are a good team. I think they're not as good as last season, but they are a decent team that can play well on their day. But there should be no excuses. Again, you need to win that game. Moving on at home to Lecce, I don't even want to debate that. Yes, they have 6 points, I think, or 4 points. Good start, but man, it's Lecce at home. Like, I don't like that. That shouldn't be even in discussion. Like, you need to beat Lecce at home because the last and final game of September is Atalanta away from home, and it's always tricky. Do I think they have a great squad? No, they made some changes. I think they will need quite some time, like, to mix it up and fix it. They have until the end of the month, so they have a month time to do so. But again, top four. If that's the goal, then you cannot keep losing and dropping points against these teams because that will cost you at the end of the day. Do I think Atalanta will be as bad as last season? I don't think so. I think they will be better because they weren't good last season. But it's a big month. On paper, if you just look at them, Atalanta, Lazio, Sassuolo, it's not the easiest of schedule, but it won't get easier in October because you start off with the derby and then Milan. It's not that, like, really quickly to October, really, really quickly, just touching on it, because you play Atalanta away from home, but then the first game in October is the derby against Torino at home, and then you go to Milan. So it's not getting easier. Like, it's not that the games are going to be much more, less intense or whatever. Like, you have two big games. You have an Atalanta, Torino, Milan stretch. So that this month is extremely important. Even if you have won, you would have won that Bologna game. It's still a very key month because after that month, other teams start playing 2 times a week. In Europe, Inter, Milan, Lazio, Napoli, Fiorentina. I think, did they make it? They make it into the Conference League, or they're still playing. Roma. They're all playing twice. Some of them on Thursday and Sunday, whatever. Thursday, Monday, but they're gonna play twice. You need to build a good buffer to be in around close, and then you need to take advantage of. What? We only play once a week. Now it's our time to take advantage. No injuries, knock on wood. Fit. Game plans on point, that, like, all these things, it sounds easy when you say it, but like, that's when you need to take advantage of it. But it starts with a good month in September with a lot of games, but I think it's good, because we have a lot of improvement to do, and you will only do that by playing some of these games. But yeah, man, no excuses. I did a podcast with Julian, and he said maybe by the time of next international break in October-ish or whatever it is, you will have a bigger picture of, man, is he gonna make the end of the year, or like, because this can flip, like, this can go. I don't think there will be in between things. I think they will pick up and they will go for it and rack the points up together, or they will completely drop off. And will completely drop off, you will beat Lazio, but you will drop points against Empoli and Sassuolo away from home. That's completely dropping off. I don't think there's a middle ground. I'm not getting that feeling at this moment in time. Just looking at the Udinese game and the Bologna game, I think there are two extremes. It's just which extreme are we gonna go on this month, basically. But yeah, that's a quick review for the month, and it's a big month, as I said. Let me know in the comments what you think of the fixtures, how many points we'll pick up, and how many points we should pick up, because there's a difference. And yeah, like the video, subscribe. I will be live with a preview tomorrow. So on Friday, there will be a live show today, a late one with Julian and Justin. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, man, I will be live again on Sunday, as I said. Friday, Jesus. So I'll see you guys on Friday. Thanks for watching. See ya.